Yoga is about restoring what's innate within us, learning how to relax. It's not always an easy process. From rushing around every day and being busy, it's sometimes hard to settle down and invite the body to find stillness, invite the body to relax. So let's share together some poses for self-care, some restorative poses that help you find stillness, help you relax, help you settle down. We'll begin with a Supta Baddha Konasana. I have lots of props around, so if you have blankets or books or towel rolls or cushions, just make sure you have something around that you could tuck and place underneath joints and limbs in your back body, wherever you want to create some space for relaxation. So if you have a bolster or some rolled blankets, just place it long ways behind you, vertical behind you. Sit your hips behind the bolster. You can hold on to the end if you have a bolster, or just hold on to the edge of the blankets. And begin to lower your body down, your back body, your torso. You could rearrange and find comfort once your back body is there. Let your legs open into a Baddha Konasana. Now your knees will probably be up here. Some of you may be very flexible and your knees will automatically reach the floor. But this is all about relaxing, all about supporting yourself, letting the props do the work for you. So I'm going to choose to use blocks to help support my knees. You can also use rolled blankets. Now you can place them on the low side or the medium side. I'll place them right now on the low side and see if that works. I have some sandbags and some blankets all around me. I'm going to re-lower myself down. A little towel roll underneath the neck, just folded for comfort. Doesn't have to be fancy or any shape. Place it under the curve of your neck. And again, you can always rearrange that. See if the blocks offer you comfort and support. If you have sandbags for weight, it's nice to place that on your lower abdomen. Just helps ground you. The blankets, if you're not using them underneath your knees, I like to use them underneath my arms for support, just to make everything cozy and comfortable. I'll put one underneath my left arm. And then for those of you who feel vulnerable, who don't want to feel open in this pose, you can cover yourself with the blanket. It helps you feel safe, helps you feel protected. Oh, one last. For those of you who have any discomfort or groin tightness, it's also sometimes very nice to place a blanket, a folded blanket, right underneath your ankles. So lots of props, lots of choices, all to make you feel cozy and comfortable. And then last but not least, if you have a few extra sandbags, it's nice to place them on the palms of your hands. It just helps ground you. And I have another sandbag on the opposite side here. I'm going to set my timer for about 4 to 5 minutes. We'll rest in this pose. We'll let the hips open, let the groin open. We'll allow our bodies to simply let go and release. Readjust your blankets, your cushions. If you don't have all these forms of support, blocks or blankets, just use whatever you could find around the house. Your heart is opened. You can tuck the blanket underneath your neck. Just make like a little pod cushion, help you feel safe and secure. Just rest and breathe. Softly. Bringing attention to the breath in the belly. chatter cease. Just finding quiet and stillness. So very slowly we'll begin to release from this posture. Remove the blankets, the sandbags if you're using them. Just let them roll to the side as you gather your legs together. Slowly come off the bolster and just roll to your right side. Let your heart be close to the earth. Just rest for a moment, acclimate, and then slowly push the earth away. Let your head dangle up last, very slow. Find your place in the room. Feel the air on your face, on your skin. And we'll prepare for our next restorative pose. This pose, it's a fun pose, it's a relaxing pose. It helps relieve any back tension that you might have. It's called Stonehenge. So again, if you have a bolster or some pillows or rolled towels, we'll place it horizontal. You'll need blocks or stacks of books. If you're short, you can place them on the low side or the medium side. If you're really a tall person, you can place them on the high side. I'll place them on the medium side. And I'll take my bolster horizontal across the tops of the blocks. And we want to make this as cozy and as comfortable as possible. So one of my blankets that I have, I'll just place down on the mat as an extra layer of cushion, protection, thickness. I'll keep all my other blankets here. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to use. Usually when you're in the pose, you know what you need. So I'll sit myself down and my calves are going to go right over the tops of the bolster. I'm holding onto the mat. I'll let my feet dangle over the bolster and I'll slowly come to elbows and lower down. Readjust myself as necessary. Again, you can take a sandbag and use it as that extra weight on your abdomen if you like. You can always place a blanket over you just to make yourself cozy and comfortable if you'd like. You can take those blankets that you have or rolled cushions and place them underneath your arms and just settle in. This extra towel roll, I think I'll put it under the crevice of my neck just to make myself feel extra comfortable. My timer I'll set for about 5 minutes. You're welcome to stay in these poses for as long as feels comfortable for your body. And I think 5 minutes is just enough time. With each breath, I'm just going to settle in, relax, and adjust myself as necessary. Again, making a little pod with this blanket, tucking it in close to my neck, just making myself cozy and comfortable. Settling in, feeling the breath in my belly, noticing all the thoughts that run through my head, coming back to a gentle inhale and exhale, hoping to quiet my mind, bring me to stillness and peace. And offering my body some well-deserved self-care, restorative yoga, rest, relaxation. We'll slowly begin to release from this pose. Open the eyes if you have them softened. Remove your sandbags and your towel rolls and your cushions, and just push the bolster away. And again, roll to your side. Settle in fetal position for a moment. Letting the earth receive you, letting yourself feel grounded. And then slowly beginning to push the earth away, letting that head dangle up last. Preparing for your next posture to help you restore and let go. So we'll find that bolster again. Place it long in front of us, vertical. Have your blankets, your props available. Again, you won't know what you need until you're actually in the posture. So sit with your right hip towards the vertical side of the bolster. Your knees are pointing towards the left for now, and then turn your torso to face the bolster. Slowly come down. Let your torso be received by the bolster. You can have your small blankets available, your big blankets. Let your cheek turn in the same direction as your knee. For support, place one of the blankets in between your legs. It just relieves the bone-on-bone pressure. Your arms can just circle and hug the bolster in. Or you can place your arms on blocks or on your blankets, whatever feels comfortable for you. I think I'll use blocks. I might even hug the bolster in. And then I have an extra layer of support here, an extra blanket, just to receive my forehead. So I'll set my timer. We'll stay on each side. We're going to turn, we'll be on one side and then we'll turn to the opposite direction. So about 2.5 minutes for this pose. Again, like I said, you can always stay in the pose longer, whatever feels comfortable for your body. Just settle down. Let me just get that right time. Okay. I'm using the blocks right now, but I think that I will feel a little bit more comfortable just readjusting my blanket and snuggling in to the bolster. Softening my breath. The blanket is relieving any tension from my knees being placed on top of one another. Instead, this acts as a barrier in between my legs. Once again, I'm bringing attention to my breath. Noticing the breath in my belly, the gentle inhale and exhale. Connecting to the moment. So very slowly I'm going to push my torso away from the bolster. Sit up very slowly and mindfully. And with as little movement as possible, I'll come to the front of the mat and simply turn myself around. My knees are facing in the opposite direction now. I'll move my left hip towards the edge of the bolster. Turn my torso, lower my torso down, and then turn my cheek in the opposite direction, the direction facing my knees. I'll use one of my blankets in between my legs for support, and then I'll lower myself down, finding just what feels comfortable for my body, the blocks, the blanket, or just snuggling into the bolster. Readjusting myself to feel comfortable, and then letting go and releasing. Finding the breath. Very slowly I'll begin to lift torso from the bolster. Spin myself around so that I'm facing the front of the mat. And prepare for your ultimate act of surrender, your Shavasana. Now, since we just did 3 very important restorative poses, keep in mind that you may want to use the bolster for underneath the backs of your legs in this Shavasana. It's a nice way to release any tension from the body. You may even decide to place an extra blanket underneath you for support. Slowly settle the body down. Let your back body come to the earth. Cover yourself. Offer your body as much comfort and coziness as possible. If you need a blanket or a rolled towel for the back of your neck, this is a nice time to let that be placed there as well. And again, give yourself at least 5 minutes of Shavasana. It's nice to do even longer if possible. But we'll do about 5 minutes now. Settling in, letting your arms just be alongside your body, palms facing up. Or if it feels more comfortable, you can place your fingertips right on your belly. Let Mother Earth receive you. Again, notice the breath gently moving through the body. Come back to the breath to help settle you down, quiet the mind. Give yourself permission to relax in this corpse pose, Shavasana. Bringing attention to the body, noticing how the body melts into the earth. Just release and let go. Slowly awaken from your Shavasana. Find some gentle movement with your fingertips, your toes. Hug yourself. Thank yourself for honoring your body, for offering your body some self-care. Push the bolster away if you used one. And again, roll to your right side in a fetal position. Take a breath in and a breath out. Let yourself come up. See if you could move into a Sukhasana, an easy pose. Move your hands in front of your heart center. Take a few breaths. Offer yourself a meditation of kindness. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. And may you be at ease. Namaste.